Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a action-packed diving complication launched for the 2007 model year. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Compressor Diving Pro Geographic, and it is all of those things. Larger than life, this mechanical depth gauge diver is 46.3 millimeters in diameter by 19.9 millimeters thick, lug-to-lug. It is a big watch, 55 millimeters across the case, but if we include the end links to the bracelet, it is 58 millimeters across with an intermediate-sized 23.5 millimeter lug horn spacing. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention to you is that this is probably not an everyday watch. Even if you have a fairly large wrist, this is an action watch, a party watch, a weekend watch, an event watch, a vacation watch. So you can see on my wrist, it looks comically huge, and frankly, it is. But the watch isn't supposed to be discreet or polite or refined in the sense that, say, a Patek Calatrava or a JLC Reverso would be. This is a watch that JLC definitely intended for you to use as designed. So I'm going to consider this watch to be professional equipment, a backup diving gauge for real divers who have an electronic primary. And I would recommend a wrist no smaller than mine if you want it to fit, if you want it to look proportional. My goodness, maybe 18 centimeters circumference. In any case, at almost 20 millimeters thick, it's not sliding underneath the cuff. The bracelet does mitigate against fit issues, though. As you can see, I can pull the links straight down. A lot of straps that are integrated and bracelets that are integrated want to flare and fight your wrist. This doesn't do that. And JLC's diving bracelet might be the best in the industry. We have this vulcanized rubber cover over titanium cores. So it is a titanium bracelet, it's just covered in rubber. And these have proved, since their debut 15 years ago, to be extraordinarily resilient. Sometimes you'll see small marks. Every once in a while, something will take a little chunk out of them, but by and large, they don't peel, they don't crack, they don't fade, they just don't age. They are beautifully durable and they protect the underlying metal. You can see every single link is removable, and that allows precise sizing, but there's additional help on the way in the form of an easy link style, incremental, roughly 2.5 millimeter pull-out. So you can see how it folds in on itself on either side, so you can move it in or you can move it out, and you get two of those micro adjustments, again, one on each side. We have a quadruple trigger, double deploying clasp. You have to press all four triggers to open it, so you've got a lot of security right there. And then we have a case that struts its stuff. You can see the spring that acts as the resistance element for the IWC-designed mechanical depth gauge mechanism. So this is the system originally seen on the IWC Deep 1 back in 1999 and subsequently on the Deep 2 and the Deep 3. This is not the battery-powered Panerai system that is, in my opinion, inferior and more likely to fail. This is a system that you can actually play with, and there's no better way to impress your friends than to show them how your mechanical depth gauge works. Now, the watch has the compressor crowns, which JLC launched back in 2002, so white you're tight, and then blue you're through. 1/2 turn. So 1/2 turn, and I get 300 meters water resistant. 1/2 turn, and now I can set the system. You can see how I'm able to move my hour hand independently. I have a 24-hour second time zone, and you can see how when I pull the crown out all the way, there's a little constant seconds indicator. I've stopped it right there. I move my local time and I move my secondary time. And the cool thing here is I can set that secondary time zone to synchronize with any one of a number of global reference cities. I've got 24 principal time zones of the world, and then I've got 24 principal reference cities, and I can adjust in either direction to make sure that when I look at my secondary time zone, I know what city is being referenced. Now, I can also see on this dial that I have applied indices and numerals, which is an upscale look, no printing here, and then a flange or rehaut that acts as the scale for the mechanical depth gauge, and it goes all the way to 80 meters, though the watch is water resistant to 300. We'll turn the light off, and you can see to good effect that this is a well-loomed timepiece. The bezel pearl is large and prominent. We have a 60 click bezel that has a wonderfully sharp micro knurling, making it easy to grip with wet, sweaty, or gloved hands. And then we have that enormous index that allows you to quickly line up the minutes hand with the bezel itself. Taking a quick look, you can see that there are actually vulcanized rubber caps on the compressor crowns. Again, you just turn them to achieve water resistance. And on the reverse side, you can see the geosphere, a symbol of the 1958 International Geophysical Year, originally featured on the Geophysic, a anti-magnetic chronometer of the day. It became the symbol of the Master 1000 Hours Control, an in-house test of winding efficiency, power reserve, shock resistance, water resistance, and chronometry that JLC first started introducing across its model line back in 1992, becoming one of the first in-house standards to go beyond the COSC. Now you can see this is grade 5 titanium because it can be polished. Grade 5 tie is more scratch resistant than conventional steels, also hypoallergenic and much, much lighter. Now, inside the case, we have caliber 979, which is related to the 975 Auto Tractor, JLC's most durable and modern automatic movement designed expressly for sports watches. It's a unidirectional winder for better efficiency than bidirectional. This has been tested and proven, and it uses ceramic rotor bearings for still greater efficiency. The movement has hacking seconds, the secondary time zone and geographic complication. It beats away at 4 beats per second. It has a full balance bridge with a free sprung balance for precise adjustment and shock tolerance. And it features a hairspring that is laser welded at the stud and collet for greater security against displacement. And that hairspring is JLC designed but manufactured for JLC by Longo & Zona, which can create its own hairsprings within the Richemont group. All of that, and it's a tank tough 48-hour power reserve. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.